Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going back into the Amazon tool deals and checking out the items that I've found for this week. These are either going to be items that are on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. So all of these items that we go over today will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent links, so it's easy to find. I'll also have two additional links that says tools and tools continued. Those are going to take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest, so that's all there for you guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up, and if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out. We do release these videos every Friday. We can usually find some pretty good stuff, so if you guys have any input as far as brands or types of tools that you would like to see in future videos, please feel free to comment down below. First up, we were looking at the Williams 6 3/4 inch chain nose pliers. This is a USA made set of pliers from Williams. I mentioned one in last week's video as well. I think anytime you can find the Williams USA made stuff, it's usually at a pretty good price and very comparable to other USA brands and pretty comparable in pricing to some of the German brands and Japan brands, which all are great options. But I think Williams has some really good USA made stuff. And even at this full list price, I still believe it's a good deal. Sometimes you'll find it as low as, I'd say, roughly $24, $25. But even at this $27, I still think it's a good deal. Unfortunately, Williams doesn't do a great job of posting pictures. They include one picture, and then they usually just have one video that just goes over the Williams brand itself, doesn't go into that specific tool. So you do have some fine teeth up front, then some flat jaw before the pivot point. There you can see made in the USA, and then below the pivot point you can see it does have some teeth down below as well. The Williams with the double dipped handles, and overall just a good USA made pair of pliers. Under $30. This has 4.4 stars at 7 ratings. Williams isn't like a huge one that people look for on Amazon. It's not a real popular one, but a really good option when you can find them at a good price. So that is first up on today's list. Next up, we're looking at the Tekton Ratchet Set. This is going to be a combo set of all three drive sizes, 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive in the comfort grip and a non-quick release. You can get them in non-comfort grip, and you can also get them with the quick release. It's all personal preference. The comfort grip with quick release is also $86 right now. Without $86, then the non-comfort grip, non-quick release is $86, and then the quick release non-comfort grip is $96. So that's the only one not on sale right now, but these three are on sale. I think the comfort grip, if you know, that's just added cost there. So if you can get it at the same price as the non-comfort grip, I think that's a win-win. I like Tekton's comfort grip. They did a good job on it. They just released it a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. I can't keep track, but it did take them quite a while to release some comfort grip ratchets, but I like it. Its overall design, it's kind of like a oval rectangle, dual material. The black is a rubberized portion, the red is plastic. It's a 90-tooth design. The lengths for each drive size is going to be 6, 8, and 10.5. Keep in mind that Tekton measures from the center of the drive to the bottom of the ratchet, not the full length, so they are slightly longer than those measurements. This has 4.5 stars at 219 ratings and is down $10 from the list price, but it's pretty common to find it at that price. Once again, if you're looking at Tekton tools, which not only do they have a great warranty, they also have a rewards program on their website. If you sign up, make an account, it's free. You can save money with every purchase, and then you can then spend that money later on. So even though these are on sale, I'm not sure what exactly the price is on the Tekton website right now, but you have to do some comparison and see which one's a better deal for you. But they are a very slim design, very low profile. There you can kind of see they're showing the average size ratchet compared to their design, their ratings on each drive size ratchet. There is kind of what I was explaining to you. They measure from the center of the drive to the end of the ratchet, not the entire length of the ratchet. There you can see the design, which is kind of like a oval rectangle. So it's actually very, very comfortable. And once again, that is 4.5 stars at 219 ratings. Next up, we're looking at a Capri Tools combination wrench set. This is with the mechanics tray. This is the metric set 6 through 24 millimeter, 19-piece set at $123, down from a list price of $150. think the lowest price that I've seen for it is $121, and sometimes it'll sit at $130, $140. It hasn't been at the full $150 since back in March, so it has been on a kind of up and down sale since March. But I think that's a good price for just this combination wrench set. No, not ratcheting as far as this set, but a really good selection of metric all the way from 8 to 24 without skipping a size, and you get it in the EVA foam tray. Capri does a really good job with their EVA foam. They're also really good quality EVA foam trays. A lot of them have almost like a plastic liner on top that protects them from getting torn up or absorbing a bunch of chemicals. I also understand that EVA foam trays are not for everybody. Everybody can't afford the space, but if you're one that can afford the space, it is a good option. You may be able to buy it in the roll pouch or without the organizer. I'm not 100% sure on that, but anytime I can use the Capri organizers, I do, but I understand definitely not for everybody. There you can see the dimensions of the EVA foam organizer. Capri also does a fantastic job on the chrome and fitment of their wrenches. There you can see what they call their wave drive design to help with rounded fasteners or prevent rounding fasteners. It does have that 15-degree offset for the box end and a 15-degree angle for the open end, and what they call their smart chrome plating. They do have a 13-piece SAE set, which is $129. The 17-piece SAE set in the roll pouch at $189, and the 19-piece set, just like what we're looking at here, but in the roll pouch at $145. So even just buying this without buying this one right here is cheaper than buying it without the organizer. But you do get the roll pouch, but that one is roughly $20 more for the roll pouch. So I think this is a good deal, and I've been extremely happy with the Capri tools that I own, and I own quite a bit of them. This has 4.4 stars at 112 ratings. Next up, we're looking at the Titan 10mm socket set, and this is going to be a 10-piece set. It's all 10mm in both 1/4-inch drive and 3/8 drive. It started out, I think the first brand I saw was Gear Wrench that released them. There could have been one before that, but that was the first one that I ever saw, and I think that's the one that I bought. But they also released a 13mm or 15mm sets just like this, so you can get this in other sizes from other companies as well, and all the brands vary just a little bit. Some of them will include magnetic impact sockets, some will include a mid-length socket. So there's just a little bit of variation between the brands, but once again, this is just a 10mm set. So the first 5 over here on the right that you see are going to be 1/4-inch drive. You got your deep well, your shallow, your universal, and then you got your shallow impact, deep well, impact. And then you got 3/8 drive of the same thing: shallow, deep, universal, impact, shallow, and impact, deep well. While some people find it as a joke, which obviously it is, you lose your 10mm all the time, it is actually really, 10mm is one of the most common sizes that a lot of people use. And just being able to just have that row and just to be able to go right to that, it can be handy for certain people. If it's not your cup of tea, completely understand. But for certain people, this can actually be a really handy little set. And this is at $19.89, down from $22, so a little bit of savings there. And like I said, there are other brands that sell sets that are similar. Like here's one from Aries for $25. Here's one from Castleman for $18, down from $20. And as far as previous pricing on this one that we're looking at today from Titan, it will go up to that $22 every once in a while, but since basically May, it's been at this price, which is, I think, a fair price for this set. This has 4.7 stars at 235 ratings. Last up, we were looking at a Vessel product, which I believe is a newer product from Vessel. This is a USA official release, I guess. Vessel makes some fantastic screwdrivers, and I absolutely love them. I have a few different designs of their screwdrivers, and I came across a couple of their socket sets, which I thought was interesting because I had never seen them before. Unfortunately, I don't believe the sockets are made in Japan like the screwdrivers, but I do like that Vessel is releasing other things now. Maybe this has been around a while. I'm not 100% sure. I think sometimes they include like official release dates, but it doesn't look like we're getting that information on this. But here you can see the two-way speed handle. It's a L handle. You got your spinning sleeve right here where it says Vessel. You have your, it's basically an extension, and it's a Wobble extension as well, or a Wobble Plus extension, because it does have that exaggerated base where you can push the socket on all the way to where it does not wobble. And then you have your Wobble feature. You can also use bits with this, and it does have a drive on the other end as well. Up here, it's just hard to see in this image. There you can see it in use. There's kind of what I was trying to explain, the socket on the other end, get a little bit more torque on it. But this black collar here does slide down, and that's what's going to allow you to use your bits that are included as well, which I'm going to assume that the 1, 2, and 3 are JIS, but we'll see if we can find that information real quick. And then the sockets included are at 8, 10, 12, 13, and 14 millimeter. It just says plus or Phillips 1, 2, and 3. Not a whole ton of information here, but I thought it was a pretty interesting little set. This is at $33, not on sale. It was just something new or something that I hadn't seen before, so I figured I'd mention it, especially since Vessel is a brand that I've really grown to enjoy over the last few years. The lowest price on this that I can see is $30.18, but I still think this is a good price for it. I may pick this up just to try it out and just to make a video on it. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. This has 4.7 stars at 9 ratings. And that is it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Once again, all of these items will be linked down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested, as well as those 2 additional links. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.